Hi, this is Vance Powell, and you're watching Burl TV.
Burl Audio.
Don't do that.
Yeah.
Now, I will say something about the B2 Bomber. We replaced a 2192 at Third Man Studios with a B2 pair. And I really love the 2192. I really, really like it. At first, I was a little flummoxed at the B2.
Is that a word?
It's a word.
Okay.
Because at first, I sort of, when I was doing some critical listening, I didn't feel like I could ever hear it. I know that's a good thing.
You're talking the B2?
The B2. Yeah. And what we were using it for is we were using it to do tape safeties. So 1-inch tape safeties. So every day when we cut a track or we mix a track, when we're done with it, we edit the tape and then I make safety of it into the digital realm at 96K. And, you know, and then I make one at 44.1 so for CDs. So it's sort of the, you know, 96 is our archive and 44.1 is the you know, give Jack a CD. But the thing is, the more I listened to it, the more I realized it was kind of like, it wasn't adding anything or taking anything away. It was just sounded like what I was putting in it. And that's where, again, this long-seated germing thing of this weed in my mind about buying the Mothership and jumping in to it, because it's a, you know, it's a big deal. Well, it was funny because, you know, Dave's been tape and digital and back and forth, and we've both sort of gone back and forth on it a bunch. And I remember talking to you about it, the thing at Ocean Way, and then, you know, here you are, here I am.
Well, it's easy to make it make sense when you hear it next to something else. Mm-hmm. You know, you read about it. Doesn't mean anything, but when you hear it, it's kind of like you hear something better than what you got and freak out and can't undo it, you know? Can't undo that memory of it. Whatever the transformers are, I mean, it's unbelievable. I've never had a converter sound good pushed, and we pushed them.
It was funny, mine came in all these boxes, and it was like 4 boxes about 7 feet high. And each one of these boxes, when I was pulling out each of the input cards, which if you come around the back of this rack, you can see them. They're really massive. I was like, wow, these things weigh like 7 pounds a piece, even though they don't. They're probably 5 pounds, but they're a serious piece of machinery for an input card.
I just got a 16 in and out system, and methodologies run into it. I mean, I've got an old Helios desk, and you just put it through there, and it sounds right. I mean, there's really not a lot of work to do to make it right. I mean, to me, I bought the Mothership because the first time I heard it, immediately made the kick drum drop an octave, and it made the bass bigger, and everything had more size.
And I bought it because you had it, and I had to have it.
But I mean, it's one of those things you hear it, and it's better, obviously better, so you just get it. I don't know anything about electronics. I know nothing about why things sound better. I'm actually a marginal engineer. So anything that's going to make things sound better and quicker, I want to buy it. I mean, that's why I bought it, not because it has a big transformer in the back. I mix about. Vance mixes a lot of my records, mind you. He's the best mixer in town. If Vance doesn't do it and the budget doesn't work for that, we mix it. And so a quarter of the time it's the Vancouver, and it really depends on if the band. I'm with you. If the band's all there, we're gonna mix it there, and we might even mix the track that night, the day we track it, because there's nothing like the excitement of the day you track a song where everybody's in it, everybody knows exactly what's going on. They haven't lived with it. There's an initial, excitement to getting everything right. So I like to print it on the console a lot, So
yeah, if the tracking day is awesome,
you just print it. You're done.
Just print it. Yeah. And then let it sort of set.
Yeah.
Because
the answer is there's like 3 or 4 different methods. For if it's a proper record and the budget is X, Vance is going to mix the record because he's better than me. If it's not, and the band's there, then we'll mix it at the studio the day of on the console. And if it's a thing where the band is in, I don't know, Paraguay or something, and they're touring or whatever it is, or cell phones don't exist in Europe, then we're going to mix it on the Vancouver because we know we can have perfect recall. And that goes a long way.
Burl Audio.